I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends.
I've been seeing that. So what's the deal here? I thought everyone hated that game now.
So you've seen the latest controversy about the fighting on Reddit between the developers and the players?
Yeah, we're all freeloaders and we should be paying for stuff.
And asshats, I think.
Yeah, but your stuff is too expensive, so we don't want to pay for it. Is that the?
Sort, yeah, basically. It stems from gamers on message boards or have a reputation for being toxic, and it's probably well earned in some cases.
Most cases.
And you have the case of developers whose job it probably isn't to be responding to that on message boards and should be just working on the game. Like there's people who are trained. Who work for companies who are trained to respond to people who are acting irrationally, whether it be death threats or just, name calling or whatever, just shit posting in general. There's people who know how to deal with that and also who know how to maybe not be affected by it personally and can separate it, as part of their job and not as something to be taken personally and keep them awake at night. If you don't look at it, you're not going to see it. Just like all the negative comments on the CAGcast. Anyway, I don't really
what negative con.
I've never seen a negative comment about the CAGcast. That's a straw man argument if I've ever heard one.
Do you know what's awesome? That I don't look at like iTunes reviews or anything like that, but I get an email every once in a while from some service that tracks the CAGcast on the iTunes rankings, and they also include new reviews on there too, which I don't think I asked for. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I clicked on it once, and we don't get a lot of new reviews, but I clicked on it once just to check out the chart, and there was a review in there about how we suck now. And I was like, oh, these are now like coming to me directly. Like I'm not even looking for them. Anyway, I don't really care about like.
I mean, it's not a bad thing to bring up. You should be reviewed. If you've never reviewed us, you should review us.
But don't
Cheapy reads them now.
Well, yeah, only do positive ones because they go into my email now apparently until I figure out how to turn them off.
Yes, definitely.
Anyway, forget about. I still want to talk about Apex. So anyway, I think that the argument is stemming from. Of course, there's no excuse for posting toxic stuff to developers or anybody, death threats, anything like that, insults. It's just ridiculous. No place for that. But I can see why players from Apex are confused and upset when they look at what's going on in the store if they're not used to playing free-to-play games on mobile. And I think that because this is a console game, they've taken those same like payment mechanics and amped them up because, hey, look, Apex Legends doesn't look like a mobile game in any way, right? It looks like a full-blown game. It's really like, well put together. It looks like it deserves a premium. So I think that's where sort of the confusion comes in and the anger comes in on the player side. Have you looked at this new event that people are getting upset about and like the prices involved?
Isn't it like $20 for a skin?
Here it is. It's $18 for a skin. Oh, first of all, I have to have a trigger warning for people who enjoy paying for skins and stuff. And I'm not making any negative comments about you, about how you spend your money. If you enjoy paying $18 for a skin, that's totally fine. It's your money. You earned it. I'm not saying you don't know the value of a dollar. I'm not saying you're not entitled to spend the money any way you want. It's completely fine. I'm talking about stuff from the company side. Anyway, so to get to the specifics, in this Iron Crown event, they of course, in any event, they have $18 skins. But in this event, they have a loot box that they sell for 700 coins, which is $7, okay? And in the loot box, you get one like item and currency. That's all you get in this $7 skin. I mean, $7 loot pack. You following me so far?
Now, what's the item? It's like a random item?
Like a skin. It's going to be like an epic or legendary skin. Okay. Or like, skin, a character skin, a weapon skin, something like that. Okay.
But again, it's a loot box.
It's a loot
you don't
box.
know what you're getting.
Okay.
And so you're spending $7 to not know what you're getting.
I just want to demonstrate how sort of predatory this whole system is. Again, if you enjoy doing this,
because it is already, and as soon as you mention the word loot box, it's predatory.
and if you enjoy loot boxes and you think they're fun, it's totally fine. I just want to just point out how sort of how sort of unfair this is. Okay. They have two choices for buying these loot special Iron Crown loot packs. There's a 1 at a time or a 10-pack. There's no discount for buying a 10-pack.
Give me that value. Give me that 10-pack.
No discount. 7,000 coins. Okay.
I need it.
$70. Now, there's no way to buy 7,000 coins. You have to buy 10,000 coins.
Is that the smallest amount you can buy?
No, you can buy like 6,000 coins. There's a 6,000 coin bundle for, it's designed to just for the people who can't help themselves. It's designed to just sort of take advantage of them. And for the people.
Got to have that little jingle in your pocket afterwards.
So I looked at that. I'm like, oh my God, not only are they not giving you the discount for buying $70 worth of these packs that have basically one thing in them, they're making you spend $100 to get something that's, to buy the $70 thing. Okay.
But the game's free.
The game is free. And I look at this and I say, wow, this is crazy because I'm somebody who, if this stuff was more reasonably priced, I would be spending money. And I give them money for the battle pass, which is like $10 every couple months. But there's just no way for me to justify personally for myself spending $18 on a skin or $7 on a loot pack that's going to get me one thing. So I started looking into this and reading about whales. And whales are the people who, and you remember in that comment when the Apex devs were talking about the freeloaders, they said a vast majority of the players don't pay anything. And that's just a term, that's just the way that most free-to-play games are. Or all of them are, that the huge, vast majority of players don't pay anything. And the game is supported by people who are spending over $100 on the game. So go on.
Financially, it's supported that way.
That's how
those players are supporting the game, because if the free players aren't there, the whales don't have anybody to play against.
Correct. Exactly. It's the people who, and these people, and the people who are doing this aren't like, probably not dropping that $100 on the pack right there, because I've been doing some research. It turns like people buy like a little at a time, mostly $20 here, $20 a month, $20 every couple of weeks. It's not like buying these big ridiculous purchases all at once, but of course it adds up when it's one player and they're doing it. They're spending $150, $200 a year on the game. So. But they're sending the message to people like me, you, and me, Ship, and Wombat, like, we don't even care about your money. We knew, like, even your pittance of $5 here and $5 there, we're making enough money off of the whales that we don't even care that it sort of looks bad. Because as you look into this, you learn that there's something called internet gaming disorder, which is now listed in the major psychiatric manual of mental disorders. It's in there as something that requires further research. It's not listed as, because they just had a new update to this thing, and there's not enough research done at the time, but it's in there as a problem. And they've done more research that shows that the whales in these games share similar characteristics to people who have internet gaming disorder. These are people who the games take over their life. And it's not saying that all whales have this or anything like that, but there's a connection there. And the fact that these it's gonna come out. It's coming out now. There's just, it's hasn't been quite enough research done, but the optics are bad and the companies don't care because that's where the money is. And it's getting like the core fans mad, but that's where the money is.
Until those fans leave, and then there's no one
for the whales to play against.
Play with, yeah. As Shipwreck said so eloquently.
Whales have to have something to eat.
And I think
I still don't understand the point of buying a skin in a first person shooter. I'm so lost on that. I still don't understand.
But at the same time in Rainbow Six, you're all about your skins.
No, I'm not. I like my gun skins. I don't care about what the characters look like. You cared about what the characters look like.
Right.
Okay.
I don't care what they look like.
Yeah.
Okay. You were just you were talking about them because you knew that was what I cared about.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Yes, that was what you cared about. I personally do not care. I think the character designs are cool in that game, but that's not my draw. I will admit though that I do like, the shiny ruby red gun skins that I have, but I could see those when I'm playing.
Right. So
yeah.
I just to wrap up my point here, they've done studies that show that these games make more money off of people who have internet gaming disorder, and that the whales share significant characteristics with people who are addicted to video games. And I feel like it's super duper predatory. And I don't know how sustainable this is when people become more educated to it. And, I was talking about that. They call it the DSM, the book that has all the mental disorders. Gambling disorder is the only other behavioral addiction that's in that manual, besides, compared to substance abuse, and now this internet gaming disorder. So yeah, it's happening.
So what are you saying? Do you think Apex needs to change, or?
I think it's just so obvious what's happening when you look at the prices in the store and the way that they run the store, that it's all about the whales, and sadly some of the whales are people who probably have some sort of disorder, some sort of addiction, and the stores are taking advantage of that. Again, not everybody, but
at the same time, I don't know that the companies are.
They know, dude.
Say that they're doing that on purpose.
No, they do. You think look, if it's one small company or something, but a company like EA, who they have other. Games.
I think they understand the business aspects and the logic behind it.
Yep.
I don't know
the psychological
that there's
stuff.
been enough. Yeah, I don't know if there's been enough research for them to put much faith into that when they see the money that they are making.
But let's put it this way. They're making a lot of money right now. They have billions of dollars on the line from this type of thing. I have nothing on the line. I spent a couple of hours this afternoon just reading up on this to educate myself. Surely somebody at $1 billion company who's making billions of dollars off this is looking into this.
Well, sure, but there's no repercussion and there's no reason for them to not do it.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to care.
Right now, no. But I'm saying This is just people. It's going to come out. It's going to come out that these things are connected, and I don't know. I just think this is the first time, the Fortnite stuff, their prices seem fair. You can just buy stuff and it doesn't seem as predatory.
Because for Fortnite, it's a different model. With Fortnite, you have a lot of kids, and my son is one of them who, he's constantly asking for a skin. He's like, first of all, this is a third person game, so at least you get to see it. But he wants a cool skin. Luckily, we got a free cool skin thanks to Twitch, so I didn't have to buy him one.
Right.
But that's a thing.
There may be a little more, because there are a lot of kids playing. Epic is probably a little more concerned about this. And look,
it's not that at all. It's that a lot of parents are okay with, on Timmy's birthday, getting him $20 in V-Bucks. And
let the kid do whatever he wants with them.
And then let the kid do whatever he wants with his $20 in V-Bucks, but that's all they're spending, or that's what he got for his birthday from grandma.
And the skins aren't costing that much. I bought Ty some stuff. It didn't. I don't think I spent.
That's what I'm saying. That $20.
There's some $15 skins in there, isn't there?
Yeah, there are some $15 skins, but that $20 in V-Bucks could go. You could get 2 skins or a skin and a hammer or whatever.
I feel like there's more value there.
But there's probably a lot more people spending less money because it's a thing. It's Timmy's 6th grade birthday party. What does he want for his birthday? He really just wants some V-Bucks.
Right. All right.
And so it's a different type of scenario. No one's asking for Apex dollars or whatever they call it for their kid's 7th birthday.
But what we're going to find out is that a lot of kids who are playing Fortnite now probably have this internet gaming disorder. Because when you look through, by the way, if you want to learn more about this, you can just Google internet gaming disorder. If you Google internet gaming disorder Wales, you'll find the connection between free-to-play games and internet gaming disorder. But certainly when you look through the symptoms of this thing and you read about, they line up with things that I've talked to parents about. The kids addicted to Fortnite. So yeah, get ready. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.